Ben Franklin from Kentucky. Trans rights, hell yeah, I agree. Something I haven't shown, we got mystery gifts in the last video, so I can show you the card album. In here, you'll see wonder cards for any mystery gifts you have already obtained. So you can see I obtained the Spelldom on the 1st of January 2000, so it's in here. Ignore the fact that that's before I was born. Unfortunately, the wonder card for the Eon ticket will not appear because you did not get it through mystery gift, you got it through Street Pass, but yeah, it's a little nice that you can see, and yeah, if the card album is full, you won't be able to obtain more mystery gifts, so you need to get rid of wonder cards, but you have 6 pages of 4, that's 24 wonder cards, you're unlikely to come across 24 mystery gifts, you'll be fine. That stayed dim longer than I wanted it to. Hello, Internet, welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Passed by 6 people, okay, that's nice. In the last episode, we made it here to Slateport City after going through Route 109, and this time, we are going to be exploring Slateport City. It's a port town, so there's a lot to do. I'm gonna head into the Pokemon Center first, just because I want to talk to the people in here, because I didn't in the last video. You trade Pokemon with your friends, right? The Pokemon you trade is holding an item. When you send it out, it'll make them twice as happy. I do not currently, but we'll get there eventually. Want to know the trick to battling? If you ask me, it's raising different kinds of Pokemon in a balanced way. It's no good to make just one of your Pokemon strong. If you end up facing a type that it's weak to, it might not stand a chance. That's untrue. Objectively, the fastest way to beat any Pokemon game really is to just focus on grinding up your starter, and they'll be able to deal with even things that have an advantage against them because they'll be faster because they're higher leveled and they'll have type coverage moves. That sort of thing, you know? Anyway, I think we should start from the very place we saw the sign for first here in Slateport City. You can't read it from the back. Slateport Market. Unique items found nowhere else. How much you want to bet that's not true? Some of these things you can probably find on the ground. Do you know the TM secret power? Our group, we love the TM secret power. One of our members will give it to you. Come back and show me if you get it. We'll accept you as a member and sell you stuff in secrecy. Yeah, we can't do anything with this shop yet because we do not have the TM for secret power, but there is this sparkle here, which is pretty interesting. Alakazite. This is our first Mega Stone. We can't do anything with these yet. Shiny is good, though. Even if you have an Alakazam at this point, this isn't quite enough to access Mega Evolution. Because to Mega Evolve, you need a Mega Stone for the Pokemon and a Keystone for the trainer. Still feels like a pretty big deal to find our first Mega Stone out here that wasn't being held by that shiny Beldum. So, yeah. Hi, Grandma. Alright, I'm going to sell cute dolls soon. Soon, though. Not yet. Yeah, we can't buy from her just yet, which is a little unfortunate, but whatever. Wouldn't you like some fragrant incense? Sure. These are breeding items, despite what their descriptions say. They're very expensive, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend buying them. Effectively, what these are for is to make it so Pokemon, when breeding, will give eggs of their actual baby form instead of just their, first stage. But yeah, there's not a lot we can actually do with this right now. So we're just going to be leaving it. But yeah. Actually, I'll go over what these do. Sea Incense is a 1.2 times boost to water type move, same as the Mystic Water. Lax Incense is Bright Powder. Rose Incense is a Miracle Seed. Pure Incense is a cleanse tag, so it makes wild Pokemon less common when being held by the leader of your party. Rock Incense is a hard stone, which might not be bad for Slate, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Odd Incense is a twisted spoon. Luck Incense is an amulet coin. It doubles the prize money you receive if a Pokemon holding it joins the battle. I'm actually going to buy one because that's pretty good. It's very expensive, but that'll be worth it, because I don't think we're going to be coming across the amulet coin for at least a little bit. Full Incense makes the holder bloated and slow moving. I believe that's the same as a lagging tail, but I'm not entirely sure. And the Wave Incense is also the Mystic Water. Yeah, there are 2 incenses that are just the same as a Mystic Water. Alright. You people. I know what you are. Okay. You. I'm the energy guru. I'll put all my energy into selling you what you need. All right. He will sell vitamins, the protein, iron, calcium, zinc, carbos, and HP up. These increase the EVs of a move by 10 up to 100 in that stat. You don't really need to buy these. We'll be coming across a few of these in the field normally, and super training is also just way better than using these, so yeah, save your money. Energy Guru, unfortunately, is going to be put out of business by the Play Nav. Oh, you're Geodude. You've got to really put a bit more energy into your training. Look, I'm trying, but everything around here is water type. Give me a break. She will give you the lead Pokemon in your party the effort ribbon if they have their EVs maxed out. So if they have 512 EVs. Which is alright. We'll be back here later to get that on our Pokemon, but we can't right now because we haven't been doing that much. This guy. Hoenn boasts an abundance of seafood. In particular, the seaweed you get around these parts is fresh and full of life. Why, it looks like it could rear up and attack. That's not for another generation. And this guy. Traveling TM Shop. Hoenn Claws increases the attack and accuracy stats by 1 stage. Thunderwave paralyzes the opponent. Very good move. You should buy this. Struggle Bug lowers the special attack stat of the opponent when it hits, but it's also really just a weak bug-type move. But most bug types can learn it, so it's got that going for it. Also Staraptor, but only in Scarlet and Violet. I think that was a mistake. Confide is weird. Well, I don't know why this is a TM. It lowers the target's special attack stat. That's it. I'm going to buy all of these because I want to have a complete TM collection, but rest assured, I have plenty to sell. I've been sort of, not intentionally, but just like I haven't thought to sell, so I've been kind of having a lot of selling items in my bag that you know, they've just been burning a hole, so yeah, getting rid of those, I mean, it's about time, frankly. Something else you can do, if you would like to, is sell vitamins you come across, since they aren't necessarily that useful with the advent of super training. This is completely up to you if you're going to or not. I'm personally not going to. I think I will just use these when I come across them from now on, but yeah, PP Up especially. No, actually, PP Up especially do not sell. PP Ups are very rare. You can't buy them yet, and when you can buy them, it's with a weird currency. So keep those and save them for moves that you know you're going to keep on your Pokemon. This protein increases the attack stat. I think I'll give that to Slate. And zinc increases special defense. I think I'll save the zinc for now. I don't want to give that to any of my team members, really. You, stop. Shopping where you can breathe the scent of the ocean. Slateport is such a wonderful place. It's okay. Hoenn's local heroes, the Hoenn Rangers Coexistence Force. We fight for the peaceful coexistence of Pokemon, nature, and people. Yeah, Pokemon Rangers exist in this region. Also, these... Are they like shiny Cleffa dolls or berries? I can't tell what they are. I doubt they're shiny Cleffa dolls, so probably berries. I think shiny Cleffa has the green tips on its ears. This market always reminds me of flea markets. I haven't been to one in a really long time, but I think they're fun. I'd like to go to one again if I can in the future. Yeah, so that is pretty much all there is in the market for now. We got the Mega Stone, we talked to all the shopkeepers, we bought 20,000 Poke worth of TMs. I think that's pretty good. Just north of the market is the Pokemon Fan Club. It's actually northwest of the market notes, but that's okay. Mari Mari? Yes, Mari Mari. Trill. That's not what you say, but okay. Do you know the Pokemon Furfrou? They are very rare here in Hoenn, but if you have a Furfrou with you, I'll trim it for you for 500 Poke. This is a breeder who will trim Furfrou's coat. It's not obtainable in Hoenn, so you'd have to bring one from Kalos. Literally, I think... No, actually, you could technically bring one from Alola too, I guess, but you can't transfer back from that generation to this one, so... No, you have to take it from Alola. Yeah, if you bring a Furfrou from Kalos, she can change its trim into any of the 9 forms from X and Y. These all kind of suck because they don't change Furfrou stats at all. It's a completely aesthetic change, and it wears off after 5 days, or if you deposit it in the PC. Yeah, it's not very good. Furfrou went on to not appear in another Pokemon game until Legends ZA after Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, so yeah, that shows you how much Game Freak cared about this too. I'm gonna talk to this guy first. If we keep letting a Pokemon faint in battle, it'll start feeling sorry for itself. Soon it will become less trusting of its trainer. In other words, it certainly won't become friendly toward you. Wow! It's plain to see that you lavish your love on your Geodude. Okay, its name's Slate. May I ask you a favor? I'm a TV reporter and I'm running a survey on Pokémon. Would you be willing to answer a simple question for me?
No!
Oh, okay. Well, if you get the urge to tell me about Pokemon, I'll be here. Okay, sorry. It's been a long time since I've done the Epic No, so I had to. Great, thank you. Okay, here goes. I just need a quick answer, okay? When you first met Geodude, what did you feel? How would you describe your feelings at the time? I'm gonna say apologetic because I knew how rough it was going to be for the first while. I see. Okay, thanks for helping me out. Chatting with you was fun and enlightening. Could be our interview will air on BuzzNav. Tune in and check it out. Okay, that's all. Bye-bye. Yeah, so now that can appear on the BuzzNav, which I guess we'll be seeing if it does or not, because the BuzzNav is always on the bottom screen. Do Pokemon enjoy having items used on them? Mine acted really happy when I gave it some protein. That's a reference to how friendship actually does go up with Pokemon when you use items on him.
Ahem. I am the chairman of the Pokémon fan club. Being the chairman, I am naturally the most important. No one could best me when it comes to raising Pokémon. No one! In any contest, my victory is a foregone conclusion, but that would deprive others of their enjoyment. So, I now while away my time examining the Pokémon of others. It is marvelous to witness how others have raised Pokémon. The contented faces of properly raised Pokémon. The kind and loving gazes of their trainers. My heart is overwhelmed. There is so much happiness. Oh my, excuse me, I seem to have nattered on far too long. Please, do allow me to examine your Pokémon and see how it's grown. I see. It's not bad, but it's not good either. You, the trainer, must put more effort into raising this Pokemon. For instance, may I suggest that you give it more Pokéblocks?
We don't even have a case for that yet, but he's only checking the first Pokemon in your party, so how about Manuka?
It's not bad, but it's not good either.
Okay. Well, Manuka will love us eventually. I was gonna check Puff, but if Manuka doesn't love us, I doubt Puff does. I love seeing Pokemon that are very friendly toward their trainers. Pokemon are very sensitive to the feelings of their trainers. If you treat your Pokemon with love and care, they'll become friendly. When your Pokemon become friendly, please show me. So we'll have to come back here once again when we have a Pokemon that actually has max friendship. This is something that's also easy to grind with Pokemonomy if you're actually going through with doing that, but I am not because it's overpowered. Pokemart. They have a top clerk here, and the top clerk will actually sell different items from the bottom one. This guy in particular sells X items. These increase a stat by 1 stage when used, except for the guard spec, which prevents stat reduction, basically giving your Pokemon in your party clear body for 5 turns, and a dire hit, which raises the critical hit ratio by, I believe, 2 or 3 stages. This is basically identical to using focus energy. Yeah, none of these are bad. In fact, I'd argue that these are all really good. It's a free stat boost, so yeah, pop an X defense and an X special defense, and then, like, something to increase the attack stat, and you're set. But I'm not going to be using these because I'm not using items in battle. I don't know if I need anything this guy sells, although a bunch of stuff did become available after fighting Brawly, actually, so give me just a second. So, for beating Brawly, we can buy Hyper Potions, which feels ridiculous. This restores 200 HP to an injured Pokemon. You do not need these right now. Keep going with Super Potions or buy Soda Pop. Yeah, we can also buy Super Repels, which are the most cost-effective of the repels, so you get the most steps for the least amount of money with these. 30 is a lot right now. I've barely been using repels. I don't really like using repels all that much even. Buy 10 just because they're useful. And aside from that, we can also buy revives now, which I'd recommend having a few of these on your journey, just along the road. I'll buy 4 of them. These heal a Pokemon to half health after they fainted, so yeah, it's pretty nice to have them. Next up, we are going to be going north of the Pokemon Fan Club to the Name Rater's house. This gentleman is the person who will let you rename Pokemon that are not traded. If a Pokemon is traded, you can't change its nickname in this generation. But say I wanted to change Zigzagoon's nickname, or like actually give Zigzagoon a nickname, I could do so here. But Zigzagoon's nickname is perfect as it is. You know, not having one. Yeah. So, I'll be coming back to the Pokemon, like, to the Name Rater eventually, just because I like having viewers suggest nicknames for 1 or 2 Pokemon per series, typically, and we just haven't gotten that far yet. Don't worry, you'll get to name a team member eventually. You. If you want to change your Pokemon's nickname, get the Name Rater to help. He lives in this town. You're right in front of his house, dude. You're in his front lawn. Yeah.
Yeah, I've waited so long for this. Pokemon Contest Spectacular. I'm going to enter. But before I do, I have to catch some Pokemon.
Yeah, those are an important part. We are going to be completely ignoring that building for now. We'll be coming back later, but for now, Pokemon contests are not in the cards. We have the harbor here. Hello. I beg your pardon? You're looking for a ship? I'm sorry, the ferry service isn't available at present. Well, that sucks.
A journey to the bottom of the sea. I wonder what it'd be like. I'd love to go deep underwater like that someday.
I wanted to go with Captain Stern on the ocean floor exploration, but the sub's too small for me. If I squeezed in, there wouldn't be any room for the captain. And a vending machine that only sells soda pop. So you don't even need to go to the beach to buy it. That also means you can get 3 at a time from here, so I guess this is objectively the best place to buy soda pop right now. Keep that in mind. Actually, hold on. I have in my notes that this is actually where I wanted to talk in more detail about the odds of vending machines giving you multiple drinks, so I guess I'm gonna buy a bunch of these. Yeah, so whenever you are buying a drink from a vending machine, they deposit 1 drink per purchase with a 1 in 32 chance for a second drink and an even smaller chance for 2. That is exclusive to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so you're unlikely to ever actually see this because it's in 1 game and it's very rare. Yeah. I'll try to buy a few drinks from every vending machine I see in this LP just in the hopes of getting 2 extra drinks, but I doubt it's actually going to happen. It's always worth trying, though. Skipped over it a few times, but yeah, they're kind of blocking the way to get into the museum here. The endless sea sustains all life, Oceanic Museum. What is that? What is that over there? That long line? It's a line. Stern, the fellow who built the museum here, also happens to be the leader of an undersea exploration team, so everyone calls him Captain Stern. Hey there, quit pushing, this is a line, can't you see? Team Magma's policy is assembling and dispersing at the operation site. Our boss is brilliant, but what would he want to do with a museum now? I wonder what's the new scheme. Our boss is scary when he's mad, so I don't want to make any mistakes. If there's something we need in the museum, we should take the entire museum by force. Hey, you there, don't cut in line. Paying money to enter the museum shows the earnest nature of Team Magma. A long line reminds me of the times I lined up to buy very popular games. There is space for us. Yeah, you two can move up in the line. Yeah, this isn't worth it. We'll wait until the line's shorter. For now, last place we haven't entered, other than this house. Hello. My Pokemon has a hasty nature. Yeah, it does. Good for you, man. How about you? You'll need a contest pass if you want to enter a contest. I got mine from the famous contest star Lysia. Cool. We do not have one of those. But maybe later. When you sink a man-made object into the sea to make a habitat for Pokemon, it's called an artificial reef. We in Hoenn are well known for our reef. We call it Sea Mauville. We'll be hearing more about that in the future, but Sea Mauville is one of the cooler additions to this particular game. So I'll look forward to that.
If this goes here and that goes over there, then where does this thing go? What about that doohickey? Ah, I can't make heads or tails of this! You. Oh, sorry. I'm Doc. Captain Stern commissioned me to draw up designs for a ferry. Oh, those parts you have. Those are the Devon Parts. But this won't do. I guess Captain Stern is probably off at the Oceanic Museum again. Sorry, but could I ask you to find the captain and give the parts to him?
Alright, so we can't actually deliver the Devon Parts just yet. I get seasick really easily, so I get to help out here instead. I'm working here. The seasons, the weather, where the moon sits in the sky, these and the other conditions make the sea change its expression. That's right, the sea is like a living thing. There's also an upper floor here. There's literally nothing important here, although, oh! There's a vending machine with everything here! Lemonade restores 80 HP to a Pokemon, making it better than Soda Pop, so for only 50 more Poke too, so I guess I'll buy a few of these. Nice. I did not know that there was a vending machine here that sold all of the drinks. I thought they made you wait a lot longer for this. I think buying 3 is a good place to, or 5 is a good place to stop. I already bought 5, so saying 3 would be saying I have bad judgment, which I do, but, you know, not in this particular matter. Oh, that's cool. That is a cool way of maintaining how cool this room was in the original Ruby and Sapphire. In the original Ruby and Sapphire, when you walk upstairs, even though you're on a separate map, you can still see the, like, actual entryway below it. And this is neat. This is a cool way of actually, like, translating that into a 3D remake. I like that a lot. You can actually even see the ship they're building. Don't you think it's strange that a ship made of heavy iron floats? It floats because of a principle called buoyancy. That's true. Buoyancy. Making a large ship is more like constructing a building than assembling a vehicle. That's true. You also get another view of it over here.
You're an adventurer, aren't you? Have you been to Sea Mauville near Route 108?
No.
Uh-huh. Sea Mauville is a unique place. It's a building, yet it's also a natural preserve. If you seek adventure, you should go there.
We'll go there eventually. I'll keep promising it. Everybody around me is going to keep bringing it up, but we just can't get there yet. You need to be able to cross water to do so. Yeah. Captain Stern is off at the museum, and as you can probably guess, that is our trigger to be able to actually enter the museum. Yeah. We haven't been in any battles, so there's no reason to go heal my Pokemon. It's just always a habit when you get, like, a new objective in a Pokemon game, but nah, we can just go in. Excuse me, please go through reception. I was going to, but then I forgot. Welcome to the Oceanic Museum. The entrance fee is 50 Poke. Would you like to enter? Yes, I would. Enjoy the museum. You should always pay to get into a museum. It's a secret that I was stopped at the reception because I didn't have 50 Poke. Yeah, they'll let you in even if you don't have the money, so don't worry about that. Our boss, the Linchpin, isn't here. I'm going to assume the Linchpin is like what they call the boss. I can put my knowledge to use in nefarious deeds. I'm always saying this.
Aye! What are you doing here? Me? I'm the Team Magma member you thumped before, remember? Here, take this. You have to forgive me.
TM46 Thief is a great item, so maybe I will.
Aw, darn it. You so screwed up our plans. I was going to steal something to make up for it, but just you wait. You'll get yours one day.
And he has abandoned the mission. Good for him.
If our member didn't fail in Rustboro, we wouldn't have had to come here.
We might be able to make money by stealing things from here. Yeah, that's the thing you want to be saying out loud in a museum, I agree. The music in here is a remix of the SS Anne music from Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. And you can actually view all the exhibits, which I will be doing when Team Magma clears out, because we can't actually see everything here. We have Team Magma exists for the good of all people. Yeah, sure. This is a model of the Hoenn region. Where is Little Root Town on this? You should know. You have a map on your bottom screen. Alright. A video is playing of a guy with a wacky hairstyle who could be a scientist conducting an experiment with some sort of medicine. Because of this, when you dive into the sea, you feel discomfort in your ears. That's true. That's pressure.
Yes? If you're looking for Stern, that would be me. Ah, those must be the parts I ordered from Mr. Stone at Devon. Thank you for bringing the case all this way. Now we can prepare for our expedition at last. Just a moment. We'll be taking those parts. What was that? Who are you people? We are Team Magma. Our boss has need of the parts in that case, so relinquish it to us at once.
Team Magma is attacking. We are gonna kick their asses. Numel! Our first time seeing one. I can never decide if it's pronounced Nummel or Numel because it's supposed to be a mix of Num and Camel, but the lack of a B makes it seem like it's supposed to be Numel, and Numel is how I pronounced it as a kid. I've probably mentioned this exact thing in a video before, and I just don't remember, but yeah. Assuming it doesn't know magnitude or anything, there's nothing it can really do to Slate. I'm guessing it doesn't because it's just using Flame Burst, which is still doing a pretty sizable amount of damage, honestly, just because Slate doesn't have the best special attack. That's why I was willing to stick with a plus special attack nature, is just because, like, that boost is actually going to be helpful. How? Oh, you know.
Absurd! I was defeated by this child? This is quite disastrous. At this rate, I'll become the target of the boss's fury. My, you really are incompetent. I suggest you observe while that future ace grunt of Team Magma made short work of this infant.
I'm not an infant, but okay. Even in universe, that's not what an infant is. An infant is a stupid baby. But whatever, I'll hold the L on that, I guess. You can call me an infant, whatever. Yeah, so I suppose I didn't actually mention what, Thief does. Thief is a 60 power dark type move that also steals the target's held item so long as you aren't wearing one. And you actually get to keep the item in single player, so that's pretty good, honestly. Slate is getting his ass kicked by a Zubat. I can't use an item, so I need to switch out. That... Man... Of all the things to get his ass handed to him by, it had to be a Zubat. He's having such a rough go of things in the beginning here. At least he took out Numel, I guess. Nummel. Again, never gonna know how to pronounce that. People will say, like, oh, this is how it's pronounced in the anime and whatever. And, like, I'll sometimes use that as a guide on how to pronounce things, because some Pokemon I heard the name of the first time in the anime. But generally, I like to actually, like, have an idea of how a Pokemon's name is supposed to be pronounced, and sometimes the anime is just wrong. Arceus? Could it be? How could a future ace grunt of Team Magma be defeated? What should we do now? We must obtain that case at once. I would never have posited that a mere child would prove such an obstacle. Moxie of Team Magma. Now here I was wondering how you could be held up in the simple act of seizing a case. Do I take it you are being stymied by this child? Stymied also is how that is pronounced. Sorry, I have nerd glasses. I have to correct myself when I'm wrong. Though you were but a child, your eyes tell me of your fierce determination. My heart is pounding in my chest.
Yes, I think I can see why my lowly grunts could not stand 1 minute against you. I am called Maxi of Team Magma. I stand as the head of Team Magma, a noble organization whose goal is to propel humanity to even greater heights of progress and evolution. Indeed. And you are one of the young persons who may shape our society's future. Considering that fact, I believe I shall educate you in the ways of the world. The land. It is the stage upon which humanity stands. The land exists so we humans might continue onward and upward, stepping into the future. For us to continue growing and evolving, humans require a grand stage upon which to stand. A land upon which we can stride forward. A land we can explore, develop, exploit. This is the basis for the growth of all human endeavor. That is why we, Team Magma, must increase the landmass of this world. Believe that this will lead to a future of eternal happiness for humanity, and consequently for all life. I suppose the concept may still be too difficult for a child to comprehend. Is that the case? At least I have tried to open your mind. I will take my leave for now. I suggest you take care that you never stand against the Team Magma. I will not be so lenient the next time. I implore you to remember that. We are done here. Young lady. Ah, Aura, is it? That was quite a tense situation. Thank you for helping me out. Oh yes, I almost forgot you brought the parts from Devon. This is it! I can't be standing around here! It's finally time for us to set out on our ocean floor expedition! Thanks for this, and excuse me.
More important things for him to do, I guess. Okay. Well, let's look at stuff in the museum for now. The SS Anne, a replica of the luxury liner that circles the globe. The Royal Univa, model of the Sunset Cruiser currently being built in the Univa region. It's scheduled to be completed in years. So this takes place before Black and White, then. Unless this is old, I guess. That is what that is supposed to imply, but then something in the previous game, or in the previous video, implied something was after Black and White 2 or something, or like, I don't know, whatever. Submersible pod, a replica of a compact unmanned pod for seafloor exploration. Prototype Submarine Explorer Zero, a replica of the high-performance submarine for ocean floor exploration. An improved model of Submarine Explorer Zero, Submarine Explorer 1, is in use now. Nice. What is this? The Ferry SS Tidal, a scale replica of the ship under construction at Stern Shipyard. Nice. So we know what they're building. Maybe we'll be able to actually ride on the boat someday. Boat ride. And Team Magma's gone. I get all giddy and gooey when I see the sea. For me, Captain Stern is the #1 role model.
I want to learn about the sea and use that knowledge for battling.
Okay. A strange machine is rotating under a glass dome. Maybe it's for measuring the depth of something. Weird assumption, but okay. It's a sample of soil from the ocean floor. Over many years, the remains of life forms settle at the bottom of the sea, making sedimentary layers. Analyzing these layers reveals the ancient past. It's a sample of beach sand. Stones from mountains are washed down by rivers, where they are chipped and ground down. They are reduced to grains, ending up as beach sand. A red ball is bobbing up and down inside a glass vessel. This is an experiment simulating a waterfall using the ball's buoyancy. A blue fluid is spiraling inside a glass vessel. This is an experiment to create a whirlpool artificially using wind. Cool. We already checked this. No, we didn't. Fossil. Soil on the ocean floor gets scoured by the tide. The flowing seawater marks the soil. Sea mark is not a word. With small ridges and valleys. If this soil becomes fossilized, it is called a ripple mark. It's just actual science. I like it. A rubber ball is expanding and shrinking. In the sea, the weight of water itself exerts pressure. In shallow water, the pressure is not very heavy. However, in extremely deep water, the pressure can even reach tens of thousands of tons. Cool. Oh, do you perhaps like Pokémon? I'm on assignment with the TV network. I'm gathering current stories on Pokémon and trainers. If you don't mind, could you tell me something about yourself? Okay, I guess I'm just going to be doing everything on TV these days. I didn't actually read the question, so whatever he asked, my answer is I guess so. What an uplifting story. I'll definitely get your story on BuzzNav, so please look forward to it when it airs. Thanks, man. Alright. Oceanic Mini Fact 2. Why is the sea salty? Seawater contains dissolved salt in the form of sodium and chlorine ions. These ions leach out of rocks. The concentration of dissolved salt makes the sea salty. Mini Fact 3. Which is bigger, the sea or the land? The sea covers about 70% of the planet and the rest is land. The sea is therefore more than twice the size of land. Cool. Oceanic Mini Fact 1. Why is seawater blue? Light is composed of many colors. When light passes through water, most kinds of light lose color. However, blue light retains its color, making the sea appear blue. Nice. We've appreciated the museum enough, I think. I think I've looked at everything in here. Yeah. I want to go to a museum in real life. All right. There we go. So I have written down that there's the potential that something has opened up in Rustboro City now that we've delivered the parts, and I'm not 100% sure how true it is, but I'm going to go all the way back to Rustboro City just to check. Because if it is true and I have to wait to show it, even though I could have done it now, I'm going to kick myself. We're going to Petalburg. This guy is outside Rust-Turf Tunnel now. Oh, it's you! You're that trainer who helped me in Petalburg Woods and got back my case that was stolen and then graciously delivered it to Slateport. Captain Stern informed us that the case arrived safely. I thank you very, very much. If I were a rain cloud, I would shower you with gratitude and hail you as a heroine. For you, most wonderful trainer, I bear good news. Recently, our company developed a new kind of Pokeball. As a token of our appreciation for all your help, we would like to give you one. Only one? A repeat ball. These add a 3x catch rate modifier when used on Pokemon you've already caught before, making them pretty damn useful. So, yeah. Please do try it out. Thank you and bye-bye. Okay. Bye. As you can tell by him being here, we're actually supposed to come out from the other side of Rust-Turf Tunnel and then talk to him, but yeah, you can actually get a repeat ball as soon as you deliver the letter, as long as you're willing to backtrack all the way here to Route 116. On top of that, there's now a second clerk in the Pokemart here in Rustboro City that sells repeat balls, timer balls, and net balls. Yeah, timer balls make Pokemon more likely to catch the longer a battle goes on. I believe at 30 turns, this is a 3x catch rate modifier, and every number of turns up until then is an additional 0.1 to a 1x modifier, so yeah, these are pretty decent. Netballs add a flat... We already talked about netballs. They have a 3x catch rate modifier when used against water or bug-type Pokemon. Don't underestimate how useful these are. It may sound situational, but there are a lot of Pokemon that are water or bug-type, so these are pretty good to use. And we just went over repeat balls. However, I'd argue repeat balls are at their most useful in this game thanks to the Dex Nav, so I'm actually going to buy only 4 of these, but yeah, repeat balls are one of my favorite Pokeballs design-wise. I really like Pokeballs that just take a normal Pokeball design and add something small to the top of it. Repeat balls, fast balls are another one I really like. They're just my personal favorite way of designing Pokeballs. I do like the more complex designs on certain Pokeballs. Dream balls are really cool, but repeat balls and fast balls I think are my favorites. Here's a battle Geodude can't lose. A level 5 Tailo. Took long enough. There we go. We've accomplished our goal of delivering the Devon Parts to Captain Stern. There is only one building in Slateport that we have not gone over yet, and that is the contest hall to the north. Next time on Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, we'll be talking Pokemon contests and almost everything there is to them. Emphasis on almost. See you guys then.